You guys, I'm so sorry that people are already making videos on back to school and I am one of those people, but you'll thank me for this video because one of the most important thing for the first day of school, in my opinion, and for myself is how I look. Hello my loves and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Darcy. In today's video, we'll be talking about my DIY self-maintenance on a budget. These are my tips, my secrets, my tricks to look good on a budget. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my DIY self-maintenance, and that's usually what I do for work and for just my regular life. I think it'll be super helpful for going back to school. Not to go off course, but I just feel like things are getting a little GHETTO out here. Things are getting so much pricier. For me, I no longer want to just be throwing my money on things that are not as significant or as necessary. And while I love to look good, I also know that my monthly lash extensions that were costing me over $100 is not necessary when I have to buy my patties for $18 now when it used to be $10. So in this video, we're going to find replacement for all of the maintenance us girlies like to do and find them on a budget. So I'm talking our hair, our grooming, nails, everything, and we're gonna talk about how to get it on a budget instead. So to start from head to toes, let's just, jump into it. First thing first is hair. I know we love the sew-in, we love the braids. Oh, a goddess braids, a boho braid. I haven't gotten those little ones that ends with like those curly straight hair, but these are so cute. I think I want to get them next year. So I know we love these kind of hair, but they're super pricey, super duper pricey. Last time I got my hair braided, I paid $175, and that was 3 years ago. So I would assume now I probably would pay $250 for it. Not that I would, because I would not put $250 on braids. The way I would replace those, especially for box braids, would be to do your own braids. You could do your own braiding or your own crochet. There's so many good crochet hair out there that will, and if you do it really well, look up a tutorial on YouTube, you will do it so well that it might look as if you got it done professionally. My sister's on vacation right now and she did her own box braids, and you guys, it looks amazing. She did such a great job. You cannot tell if she did it herself or if she went to a professional to get it done. So one thing I would recommend is that you look on YouTube or on TikTok, because the girlies are sharing their secrets. The girls are sharing the secrets, and look up how you do your own hair and start learning how to do your own box braids. If you can do your own hair, it's going to be healthier for you to do it by yourself anyways, because you can take better care of your hair. If you're someone that wants a sew-in, I have a cousin that actually does her own sew-ins, and it also used to look great. She hasn't done them in a while, but she used to do them by herself and they look amazing. So those are more things you can look on YouTube. But also a wig, I think, is a good replacement. It's a synthetic. If you're someone who wants human hair, I don't know what to tell you. I know they're going to be pricey, so your best bet would be to get one and take really good care of it so that it lasts you a really long time. But otherwise, I really recommend getting good synthetic hair. I got this for $50, and if you take care of it and wrap it up every time you're done, it's going to last you such a long time. This is a sensational one, and I absolutely love this one. I wanted to change things up a bit and get some color. My third recommendation would be to actually take care of your hair. I take care of my hair. I had to go to a dermatologist to learn how to take care of my hair. It's also super helpful because you don't need to worry about getting braids and wearing wigs all the time. You can do it for fun, but if you're someone who has to rely on it, and it's because you're not caring for your hair, it's not a really good look. Next thing we're moving on to is facial care. So I'm going to talk about skincare as well as facial grooming. Facials are super expensive, and every time I want to go get one lately, I look at the cost and I just turn off my phone. $115, $180, $200. It's insane. So one thing I would recommend is find your face type as well as the issue you're facing. For me, I have a combination. My T-zone is usually oily and the rest of my skin can be dry or normal, depends on the weather. So I like to use things that help with that oiliness. This face mask from Innisfree, this volcano face mask, literally will leave your skin super soft, super healthy looking. It'll leave it looking glowy, and what it does is that it helps to minimize the look of your pores as well as exfoliate your skin. I usually put this on my skin for 10 minutes and then I rinse it off, and my skin will look so much better than it did. I also love a sheet mask. This is a K-Beauty face mask from the brand Estolio. I get a bunch of these for Marshalls here and there, and this is an Essence mask sheet, and this will leave my skin looking so plump, so hydrated, so glowy. And also you could look more online and find people that are actually showing you how to do your own facials. One thing I love to do also is go to a professional one time and learn enough, ask enough questions so that I can do it by myself. So that's something, if you can afford the first round, go to a professional, get a facial, ask all the questions, look up any questions that you need to ask, so that when you do go there, you can ask them those questions, and then you can go home and basically kind of repeat it yourself. You can also pay attention to the products they're using and ask them why these products are good. Pay attention to how your skin feel after, so that you know that when you replicate it yourself, that you are getting that same feeling. Besides facial, I would also focus on any issues like dark spots, hyperpigmentation, acne. Every month or so, I will get 1 or 2 acnes that pops up. So it's really important that I have products that are catering to these problems. And so because of that, I have products that are going to help me with that problem. The 2 products I use are the Panaxil Acne Foaming Wash, and this is good for your face and body. And this is for showering or washing your face. And then post shower, by the way, I do not use them on the same day, but after washing your face, this is the La Roche-Posay Dual Action Acne Treatment. I use that one on my acne. It's also good for blackheads and whiteheads, and I'll put that on my skin before I go to sleep, and then the next day I will wake up with the acne almost gone. Usually it'll take 2 nights of treatment, but that's better for me than nothing. Before that, my acne could last a few days, and usually they have a head on their own. Like, I get intense pimples when I get them. Next thing I know is the eyebrows and our mustache. You don't have to go somewhere to get that done either. So for your eyebrows, I would recommend you get a tweezer, a razor, and a scissor. I'll do an actual self-maintenance video where I go through all these things so you can see in real time how I do my eyebrows and things like that. But it's so easy. You just brush your hair up or brush your hair down, cut the extra, tweeze any hair that is growing in weird places until you have a good shape. I will make a more thorough video on that, but that's literally all you need. And that same razor you use for eyebrows, you could also use it for any hair you have on your upper lip. The one thing I will always continue to be upset about is the fact that I don't have lashes and they don't care to grow. Even if I use lash growing serums or products, they never grow as much as I would want them. So I used to get lash extensions throughout the whole year last year. I was getting lash extensions, but I decided to take a break. 1, because it was super expensive. 2, it was very time consuming. I just didn't love it. And then when it started going bad, it would go bad within 2 to 3 weeks. And so I thought it was almost kind of a waste of money. So what I do now is I'll do my own lash clusters. I always have 2 different types of lash clusters with me. If I want something that would last me a long time, I'll usually use these Ardell Professional lash clusters and apply them on my own. These can last me a very long time, but if I'm going to an event real quick, for example, if you just want to look good for the very first day of school, I would also recommend this Velour lashes. These are actually magnetic, or they come with their own glue, so you can just put it on without needing any extra glue. The only con to that is that it only lasts 24 hours. It's not going to last you too long, and so because of that, I wouldn't highly recommend it. But if you just need it for an event, this is a good one to use. But I usually get this one for just $10 on Amazon or in places like Marshalls or TJ Maxx. Now moving on to stuff like hair removing methods. In the future, I probably will get laser hair removal, but right now I know for sure it's way too pricey for me. I used to get all of my hairs waxed. All of the armpits hair down there waxed, but honestly that's about $70 every 2 weeks. To me, that's a lot of money again, especially because I'm someone who's focusing on investing their money in other places. So I do not want to constantly be putting my money on things that I can do for myself. So one thing I do is I will do my own waxes at home, okay? I got this Bestity hard wax beans from Amazon, and this is probably around $10. And I also get the wax calming wipes. I think I got a pack of this for $7. And then the little waxing sticks, $5 to $7. One more thing you can buy for that is, if you don't already have one, you can get a waxing kit from Amazon actually that already comes with the beads, the applicator, the calming wipes, and you can get that for less than $30. I got a waxing machine 4 to 5 years ago and I'm still using it to this day. If I was constantly going to get them professionally waxed, I would have spent thousands by now, and it's such a much more cheaper option when you actually just do it yourself. That being said, if you're someone who's prone to ingrowns or any hair problems down there, I would recommend these two products, the Vanish PFB Chroma Bright. It's really good for skin brightening, in-ground hair relief, any waxing / razor bumps, and it comes with this roll-on thing. It comes with like this deodorant thing that you just roll on, and if you're consistent with this, eventually you'll just start seeing like the in-ground hairs just going away. The other one I like to use, and this is a cheaper alternative, this is the Tin Skin Solution, also good for in-ground hairs and razor / waxing bumps. This doesn't really help with brightening your skin, but it does a really good job at removing or reducing in-grounds for me. This is $15 on Amazon, and I think this might have been $40, so this is a pricier option, but they're really good if you're doing your own waxing. Sometimes I get ingrown hairs even if I do professional waxing, so I would say you might still need it even if you're doing professional or at-home waxing. Okay, now let's talk manicures and pedicures. Last time I got a professional manicure and pedicure, I spent over $100, and I had short nails. I think I paid $81 for just the acrylics, and then $30-something for the pedicures. And then on top of that, you have to tip. I think I paid around $120. When I was going on my vacation in January, I did my lashes, manicures, pedicures. I got professional waxing. I think I spent $300 to $500 on just my maintenance before the vacation. That's insane. So anyways, I love to do my own nails. So the two things I do is either I'll have one of my signature colors. I love this red one. Then I have this baby pink one and a nude pink one that I use. If I'm not using those, I am for sure using press-ons. I am a press-on girl through and through, and my favorite brand of press-on is from this company called BT Art Box. I've been talking about them for forever, but they have so many cute options, and they're just $15, and they come with glue, and their glue is really good. It's one of the best glues that I've actually used. If you do your nails properly, it should last you 2 weeks. I've actually done my press-ons and they last me 2 weeks, even if I use the gel or the little sticky tabs that's in there. And as I was saying, they have really cute designs. I have this red one I'm gonna wear next. They also have these kind of French style manicures. They have them in different colors. I got this orange one because I think I wanted this for Halloween. And last week I was wearing the green one that was super cute. And they also have other prettier designs in my opinion, like this blue one that I have. I think this is so cute. I can't wait to wear this one. I mean, it has flowers on top. It's so pretty, and I think I got this during Prime Day for $12 or $15, but usually it's $18. But for me, it's not a big deal because to get my nails done around me, I'd have to pay $80 to $90. I get this for $20 and it'll last me 2 weeks, and then after that I'll just wear nail polish and then I'll go back to it. For 2 weeks I'll do press-ons, and for 2 weeks I'll leave my natural nails out and either put a clear nail polish or some kind of color nail polish. And I think that helps with also straightening my nails because it's not always going through this damage. I feel like once you start wearing acrylics on your nails, eventually your nails just keep getting weaker and weaker. My pedicure replacement, I feel like not enough people do this. I have very weak brittle nails and they are very prone to breakage, even my toenails. So when my toenails break, they're super short and they look weird. I'll usually go with an actual false toenail tips, and this is super easy. The one thing is I do not like using this with a glue. I used to apply it with a glue and I realized it doesn't last long. I use the same sticky tabs that BT Art Box sends you, and I only use their big toenails. I don't apply the false nail tips on my smaller toes. I just do for the big toe, and then I'll apply it with that same sticky tabs from BT Art Box nails, and it'll actually last me 2 weeks. I like to remove it within 1 week just to not cause any further damage to my weak nails. That's my substitute for getting pedicures. And of course I did buy a pedicure kit, so I'll go through the whole process of cleaning my nails and making sure they look good. And then for the big toenails, I'll apply this false nail and then I'll put on nail polish. Okay, lastly, let's talk oral and hygiene, because it does not matter how good you look if your breath does not smell good. Pretty girl's breath smells pretty. That's it, period, nothing else. I am so big on my oral hygiene too. One compliment I will always get is on my smile. Even when I go to my dentist, they'll compliment my teeth. I take good care of my teeth. That's one thing I do not want to fall behind. I've had a root canal before, so I've learned my lessons. So I like my teeth to look white. I don't want icy white. I don't want rust from friends white, but I want natural white. I don't like that one where you can tell it's just professionally done to the point where it looks like veneers. I want my goal in life is to always look natural but super pretty, so that you can think, oh my god, she wakes up like this is insane, but like I really don't. So for my toothpaste, I use the Crest 3D White. This is the Advanced Luminous Mint. I love this toothpaste. Also, I don't know if I'm the only one. Some toothpastes have a terrible aftertaste. My mother used this toothpaste from Colgate. I think it's the Total one. I do not like that aftertaste. Every time I use it, I feel grossed out. I love using this one because not only does it give me fresh breath, it also whitens my teeth as I use it. So this is what I use on a daily. And then for mouthwash, I use this TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oral Rinse. They also have one that actually is supposed to whiten your teeth, but I think I saw a video of a dentist saying that one doesn't actually work, and this Fresh Breath one was the only one that works, so I get that one. It's really good. For even fresher breath, I always go with a tongue scraper. A tongue scraper has been a game changer for me. It really leaves your mouth feeling more lightweight. I remember when I was younger and my mother would say, oh, I love brushing my teeth at night, it feels lightweight. And I used to always question it, thinking, do you really? Because I wasn't really brushing my teeth at night when I was younger. But as I got older and I got on top of my hygiene, your mouth actually feels lightweight when you brush it. Your mouth feels, I don't know, like I get a lightweight feeling when I brush my teeth, whether it's in the morning or at night. I cannot go to sleep anymore without brushing my teeth. I can't do it. Now the next step is teeth whitening. I use the Crest 3D White Strips Dental Whitening Treatment. This usually comes in a box of 12 or 24. When I first bought it, I used 5 or 7 treatments throughout the week. And then from now on, I use one once a month because I don't want to keep using them consistently like that. It makes my teeth feel super weak. So I prefer just using them once a month. If you're someone who needs a lot of help, I recommend the first batch that you actually use a good amount, 5 to 7 or more if you want to, I guess. If you start feeling a lot of sensitivity, I would recommend that you slow it down and just use one once a month. And that's what I do. Now let's move on to smelling good. To smell good, the things I love to use are the Dial antibacterial soap and a Dove body soap. I love these soaps. Another thing I love is the St. Ives oatmeal and shea butter body wash. It smells so good. It's like a sweet vanilla body wash and it's so affordable. I think I got the small one for $4 on at Marshall's, so I love using that. One thing I would recommend if you want to smell good for a long period of time is to layer your body products. So if you're using a vanilla body wash, after that use a vanilla lotion such as the EOS 24-hour body lotion, and then I would get a vanilla scented perfume. This is Dolce by Rosie Jane. It's a little pricey, so if you want something more affordable, I would recommend number 62 or number 71 by Sol de Janeiro. Those smell amazing as well. And this is about to be a bit TMI, so this is just for the girls who want to hear it. As someone who goes to the gym 5 days a week and sometimes 6 days a week, I do know sometimes there's a strong odor that comes. And what I found out is it's all about your post-shower routine. If you're going straight from the shower to putting lotion on and clothes, you're more likely to have a smell everywhere because you're still damp, and because you still have moisture on you from the shower, it's likely to create bacteria that will actually cause you to have a strong or offensive body odor. So what I would recommend is that every time you come from the shower, make sure you actually dry every hook and crannies. Like I'm talking your armpits, down there in the front, down there, as well as back there. I always have napkins with me, so I will dry there, and then I will dry in the front. I'm talking in between the folds, in between the lips. Dry everything, and then after that you're gonna go with your witch hazel toner. Once you're done with your witch hazel toner, you also have to wait for that to be dried completely. If that's taking a long time and you're in a rush, what I've done is actually use a mini fan. I'll usually take this mini fan and then just kind of dry down there until I feel completely dried, and then I'll proceed to putting on clothes. Do not wear any underwears until you're fully dried down there, because if you do, you put on that underwear and then you put on your clothes, there's more moisture there, especially if it's hot outside, breeding ground for bacteria that will actually cause an offensive odor. So make sure you dry everything. And then of course I would recommend always having an on-the-go bag, a tiny bag with breath strips, toothpicks, mini deodorants, mini scented lotions, mini sunscreens, a mini perfume. Listen, I never ever walk without my go-to bag, and I do not play about my go-to bag. I do not play about my hygiene, about looking good, about smelling good. So I recommend having a go-to bag. It is game changer. For you guys that are watching, I always assume it's mostly black girls watching. As someone, when I go online and I look up stuff and I see other races, I always have to put black women after it so I can find people that looks like me. So my question to you is, and I want to know if this would be helpful for you, when I'm titling my videos, would you guys want me to put black girl or black women in there? I know you can see that I'm a black woman obviously in my thumbnails, but I just want to know for searching purposes. For example, if you were looking for DIY maintenance videos, are you putting DIY maintenance black girls, or are you just putting DIY maintenance and then you look for the black women, or does it matter what race you find? For me, I like to look at people's videos that look like me, unless it's a subject that doesn't pertain solely to my specific race. So I just want to know, should I start putting DIY maintenance for black girls, or should I just put DIY maintenance you know? Anyways, I hope you girls enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys do as a substitute for your self-maintenance, because it is getting crazy out there. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.